Welcome back everybody into another daily recap. Today it's Thursday the 30th of March, and as always we're going to have a look at what happened today on gold. So starting from the start of New York session, we were in a little bit of order block. So price was moving in a range, and it's just with this like 10 minutes before the news, 5 minutes before the news, that we had an increase in volatility and spike up on gold of the 30 pips. But it's just after having the fundamental report coming up that I was actually looking for trades, and I took my first one over here at the break above this 4-hour PSA. It was quite a rushed entry. It was mainly based on after seeing this same candle being bearish and seeing the retracement, like 50% of the retracement. That's where I wanted to enter initially. So you can see this is a almost 50% retracement. I wanted to enter when the candle was still bearish over here in anticipation of the continuation up, but instead I waited for the candle to close, and then at the start of the new one I took the sort of a retest breakout entry for my first loss. So after that I saw the bounce of the PPL, but there was not a lot of confirmation. What I actually saw was that I took my second entry over here. This is the order block highs, and it's also the PSA where this aggressive impulsive move started. So I entered a trade with bearish candle over here in anticipation of the flip bullish, which is actually what happened. The only thing is that it went only 17 pips in profit. So I was at break even, but I was not really at not even at 20 pips profit. So I didn't take anything. And so you can see my trade got stopped out at break even after a few minutes after seeing this rejection. After that, we are bouncing from the 15-minute PSA, and I was looking because still this bearish price action coming from the 4-hour PSA was very strong, and even though it didn't really make a new lower low, it did, but not really strong. I was looking for mainly for sells. As you can see that the price action was quite mixed, and we had this spike down, so candle spiking up and then going bearish, and multiple candles, but I missed this is particularly the best entry with the candle closing at my PSA, closing at 50% of the correction, showing me that there is not enough liquidity from buyers, even though we are bouncing from a 15-minute this is the 15-minute, this one is a medium zone. That would have been the trade entry for sells, understanding this retracement that was already placed. So after that we see that the price action is not really clean, there's not trending. It's only after almost at New York Stock Exchange opening that we have a liquidity increase and the momentum spiking, and that's where when I saw the bounce from 1966, which is a strong 15-minute PSA, and I took the buy, understanding the change, the possible shift in market structure and price action with this candle. So the first red candle closing with a lot of rejection, second one was very small with a lower wick as well, then very weak candle, and then with the candle close bullish like it is. That's where I took my enter. The only thing is that when I started to see the rejection over here, I started doubting myself, doubting the trade, and I actually decreased the stop loss size, which was 10 pips, was below this candle. I decreased it to like 5.5 pips, just below this previous candle wicks. And as you can see, I got stopped out exactly at the low, and then price bounced back up. That would have been probably or a break-even trade or a possible win. It's just that this is the problem, that I decrease it because I didn't want to take another loss. So as you can see here, if we watch overall, this is just a bearish continuation. So that's why I should have taken sells, and this is what this one says. And again over here that was also the Y. Okay, because if you can see it, I already placed this. This is the last bearish impulse that made a new lower low, and we can see that price made 50% of retracement and then continuation down. So I should have looked for sells, but anyway, this trade management was poor, so that's why the loss. Then we have the continuation bearish. As you can see, we have first stop of the 50% retracement, and we have also another one. I saw also this one. This is a break and retest live when I saw price digging a little bit below the 50-minute PSA and then going back up. And this is on the 60 ticks chart. We can see that is a much clearer break and retest at the level compared to the 1 minute one, because this single 1 minute candle, it's more tricky to understand, this one. But if you see it on the 60 ticks is a clear breakup, then retracement on the bearish side, very small and weak bearish candle, and then a continuation bullish. So that would have been a possible another entry, but sticking to a single bias that I would only look for. I would only be looking for sells. Add this PSA over here due to the reason that I just said. Closing below this level and the other block lows, as you can see here. After that, I saw the price making a new lower low, and I did the same thing. So it's just that after all this move, I was already late, obviously late. So I saw the retracement, 50% retracement over here. This one I saw it on the 60 ticks chart, and I took the entry, but it actually stopped me out at 10 pips pretty fast, I would say. And here, that's the only thing that at this PSA I was looking for sells, and as you can see here, I was looking for buys at 1965 key level. So it's just that after all this mess, I forgot about it, and I forgot about my analysis. So that's very bad. And we can see that instead of looking for sells, we saw a deeper liquidity grab, deeper a little bit below the key level, but then a straight up bullish price action. We have the break above this level with a possible retest. This is actually very interesting. This retest with the candle giving you the confirmation for like 10 pips stop loss, 20 pips TP. Then again further pullback, and with the candle confirmation that will be pretty much the same. And yes, and then again, yes, we have the first reaction at this PSA, but we are creating bullish momentum. We are creating new higher highs and higher lows. So that's another possible entry identified at PPL and a strong PSA of today. As you can see here, this area was quite sensitive to the price, and that's where you could have entered, and I could have entered further buys, taking advantage of the overall. This probably would have been a break even. Yes, this one would have been a break even trade. But then you see the straight up continuation bullish here. As you can see, we are retesting and breaking above every single PSA with possible further entries, like for example here. And all these could have given you multiple scalps on the upside. And then you can see, I mean, at a strong 4-hour PSA, I don't know why I was looking for buys and not for sells. But as you can see, gave this first rejection on the left hand side, and then gave another strong rejection with strong liquidity on the downside over there. Just about to take advantage, but again, if you stick to one single bias, you already identified these higher lows, and that's why you could have taken the continuation up for more bullish price action and the retest of the trend line and the the key level for the continuation up, as you can see, going into profits. Okay, this one was the New York session. Price, of course, is still going, and you can see we had another retest of the key level and straight bullish continuation. Now, as you can see, now that we are breaking the 4-hour candle, that's where we have a spike in volume and volatility, because of course a lot of orders are over there, and once it's broken, that's a spike up. So that's why we can already see like 20 pips on the upside just in a couple of minutes due to this reason, because we are breaking a strong supply area and multiple buy orders are placed over there. But guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I see you tomorrow.